Enjoy this great game.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today, following up my predictions for the standings, going to go with my preseason playoff predictions and World Series champion. Obviously, these will be redone when we find out who's actually in the playoffs, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be completely wrong on a lot of these. But let's get into it anyway, and I'll show you who I picked. If you missed that previous video, check that one out, where I talk about my predictions on who's going to win each division and the wild card winners. Let's just jump into it here. Now, the wild card game is, it's almost impossible to judge. Who knows, right? It's one game. Now, in the National League, I got the Padres and the Mets, and the best thing I can say is they're going to both send out their aces, and they both got unbelievable pitching staffs, but the Mets have someone named Jacob deGrom who is absolutely ridiculous, and the Padres, anything can happen in one game. Anything can happen, but I am going to say that deGrom goes out there and does what deGrom does. He's going to freaking dominate, and that's not to say that Yu Darvish or Snell or whoever the Padres send out is not going to be good, but I think that deGrom is just, in a game like that, I just don't think he can be touched. So I got the Padres winning that game, a very close game. They are going to move on to the NLDS. Over in the American League, it could be, either or. I have the Jays against the Twins. Who knows? It could be Ryu against Maeda. Barrios could be some other pitcher who gets signed at the deadline. There's no telling, but that game, it could go either freaking way. I hate the one-game series. It's so hard to predict. It's so hard to, have no idea what's going to happen in one game.
I despise the one-game wild card. I know it's exciting, but so is a Game 7. A Game 7 has the same thing, except you've built up to it.
You've built up to that one-game winner-take-all. You have winner-take-alls all the time in playoff series. Why not make it best of 3, best of 5? Let's get a real winner. Let's get a true winner. But anyway, enough there. Ranting is out of the way. I think I'm going to have the Minnesota Twins finally winning a playoff game. It's been a long time since they won a playoff game. I got the Twins winning the wild card game and moving on. Let's move back to the National League. Now we have the Mets moving on with deGrom dominating, unfortunately, the Padres. After everything, I don't wish this. I'm just predicting this. Could be completely wrong. Padres could be world champions. Obviously, these are predictions. I have to say this. You have to say these things. Otherwise, you really get cussed out hard. Just try to limit the cussing out to a minimum. Mets versus Dodgers. Okay, this one here I think is going to be a battle. It's going to be a fight. My prediction is the Mets do give the Dodgers everything they want, but it's not going to be quite enough. The pitching does not run deep enough to compete with the Dodgers pitching, and the Dodgers are going to score runs. They're just going to break out. They're going to try to get back into that World Series, and they're going to win the National League Division Series and move on. Who are they going to play? Well, it's between the Cardinals or the Braves. The Cardinals and the Braves. This would be a really fun series, Cardinals, Braves. But I think that even though the Cardinals might add at the deadline, I think that they're not going to have a deep enough rotation, deep enough pitching staff to hold the Braves down, especially with Osuna. He's unbelievable, and that great lineup. And you got Freddie Freeman and so on, and then an unbelievable rotation with Soroka healthy and Ian Anderson and so on. And the Atlanta Braves are going to take this one, and the Braves will move on. So the National League Championship Series, I'm going to come back to. It'll be the Dodgers and Braves. Let's jump back to the American League, and we have the Twins versus the Yankees. Can the Twins finally actually beat the Yankees?
You can do it!
Well, somewhere I got to come crazy. I have to make somewhere I'm going outside the box. I'm not just going to go with the favorites every time. And here, in a best of 5, it can happen. And I got it happening. I got the Minnesota Twins beating in 5 games the New York Yankees and moving on to the American League Championship Series.
What are you talking about?
With that powerful lineup, with just enough pitching to get it done, I think it's possible. I think they're due. The Twins are moving on. And then you have the White Sox versus the Astros. And if you watched my White Sox review, you know I'm super high on the White Sox. And I think the White Sox are going to come in completely motivated, and they are going to come in hard, and they are going to win this series. I have the Chicago White Sox pounding their way to victories, just the offense is going to explode, the pitching is going to be amazing, and the Astros are going to win some games as well. I don't think it's going to be a sweep by any means, but I do have the White Sox moving on. So now we have a Twins White Sox, rivals of the Central, matching up in my American League Championship Series. But let's bounce back to the National League. We have the Dodgers and the Braves. Dodgers, Braves, and it's going to be a hard-fought series just like it was in 2020. It's going to go 7. Braves were up 3-1. Can you imagine being up 3-1 and then losing? That hurts. That has to be devastating because you're 3-1. You go home, you're like, dude, we got this. It's in the bag. Maybe that's what they thought, and then they blew it. They're not going to think that again this year. This year, the Braves are going to come in and they are going to be relentless. They're going to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. They're going to take the Dodgers to the end, and they're going to win it. In my predictions, I do have the Atlanta Braves moving to the World Series in 2021.
What are you talking about?
But what about the Twins and White Sox? What a series that would be if two division rivals were to match up in the American League Championship Series. You got the wild card Twins trying to get into the World Series. You got the White Sox, who are just, full of talent. I think the White Sox, they're basically A-plus lineup, A-plus rotation, amazing bullpen. They have Liam Hendricks closing things out. Liam Hendricks is going to be in there. He's going to be dominating, and the White Sox are going to succeed here. But you got to give props to the Twins if this was to come true, that the Twins could beat the Yankees. So hopefully Twins fans aren't too pissed, but I do have the White Sox moving on. So in my 2021 Fall Classic, it is the Chicago White Sox versus the Atlanta Braves. And it's going to be a crazy series. You got the Braves with that amazing rotation with Fried, Soroka, Anderson. Now they have Drew Smiley there. They have Morton now. They have an amazing rotation, and they have an amazing lineup with multiple MVP candidates in there with Acuna Jr. You got Osuna. You got Freddie Freeman. You got so many great players in the lineup, but the White Sox are freaking stacked. The White Sox are amazing with a lot of young talent and a lot of veteran talent. They got pitchers of their own like Giolito, like Lynn. But is it going to be enough? Can that offense overpower that Braves pitching staff? I love Tim Anderson. I love Luis Robert. I love all these guys. They are unbelievable. Obviously, Abreu, the MVP. But I'm going to say that they're just not quite ready to win it all yet. I hope an American League Championship will be enough for you White Sox fans. I love your team. Been high on you guys for 2 years. But I am going to go with the Atlanta Braves winning the 2021 World Series. That pitching staff and that great team, if they can get past the Dodgers and or Padres, if they can do that, I think the Braves have a great chance to win it all. I am taking the Atlanta Braves to win the 2021 World Series. Braves champions. I'm saying it now, and if the Braves get in the playoffs, I'll probably predict it again just to stay consistent going into the playoffs unless something changes and they just, injuries or whatnot. But as of now, I got the Braves winning it all. That's my predictions. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't take it personal. Have no idea what's going to happen. These are my own personal predictions just based on what I see going into 2021. The worst part is the wild card. Like, who knows who's going to win in one game. But, the Dodgers are obviously stacked. Could easily beat the Braves. But based on last year, the Braves were so close. I think that they could get it done. I think they're going to be super motivated. And I think they'll have just enough heart, just enough there in that pitching staff and that lineup to get it done and actually take out the Dodgers. Maybe I'm wrong, though, so we'll see. But a lot of fun. Unfortunately, if you're a Giants fan, I know it sucks I don't have the Giants in here as a Giants fan, but I got to be honest, I can't be biased, so that's how I have it shaken out. Atlanta Braves 2021 champs. So thank you so much for joining me on these videos, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for your support. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the thumbs up button. And check out the links in the description. I have a Patreon page as well, or check out the join button below if you want to support the channel, help me grow. I've been using all of those funds to help the channel grow. I've got a new room with a new lighting system and a green screen. I'm going to be doing more skits and more post-game, pre-games, and more advanced videos in that setup. And that's only thanks to you guys and your support. I would have never been able to do that. You'll be seeing it very, very soon. So you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time. See ya! When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.